and why is Chili's succeeding? Well, with the new CEO and an unhinged social media strategy, this is Chili's comeback story.
Hi, it's Judge Beatus. I'm here at Chili's Food Report.
I'm getting down for that affordable, sensible, and wholesome Tex-Mex.
Chili's Big Crispy 3 for me.
At a time when brick-and-mortar restaurants are facing a significant decline, Fast Company reported on how Chili's is experiencing its biggest restaurant turnaround in years, driven by 100 small improvements and one viral dish. As a Gen Zer and first-time Chili's diner, I visited the Secaucus, New Jersey restaurant to see what all the fuss is about and meet with Chili's Director of Social, Luz Bickert, about their social media strategy. But first, a little bit of backstory. Chili's had been a brand lost for at least a generation, and they were not the only casual dining restaurant hit with the likelihood of extinction. Think Applebee's and TGI Fridays. In an era when cash-strapped Americans are getting fewer chips in bags and less cacao in their candy, there were not many places where you could get bang for your buck. Enter Kevin Hochman, who became CEO at Chili's in 2022. Hochman was a veteran at Yum Brands, where he pulled double duty as president of both KFC North America and Pizza Hut. He now leads the charge for Chili's affordability, social media impact, kitchen innovation, and restaurant design. And the margs. All of the margs. So let's get into it.
The $10.99 3 for Me meal includes a burger, fries, refillable chips, and also a fountain drink. Thank you so much. And compared to Big Mac meals in most states, that's a steal. And a moment for the margs. Chili's sells more margaritas than any other American restaurant brand. Pretty good for $6. A new generation is entering Chili's dining rooms, and the cheese pulled them in, literally. One of Chili's staple menu items is the Triple Dipper, which is a build-your-own app platter that can exceed up to 3,000 calories. And one of the most popular picks for the Triple Dipper is the mozzarella sticks. Now, the viral cheese pull has had the TikTok generation coming in droves to Chili's. And now I'm gonna try the cheese pull. Gonna keep going. Wait, that's insane. Awesome.
In February 2024, TikToker Dylan MacArthur, aka Dylan Eats, tried the Chili's fried mozzarella stick and stretched that sucker to over 4 million views. It was a viral hit. Soon, young people were coming into Chili's just to order its Triple Dipper combo. At first, Chili's wasn't sure what was happening, as big brands go viral all the time. But what's rare in this instance is how Chili's kept young people coming back. I spoke with Luz Bickert, Chili's social media director, to share their strategy.
To create a viral moment, there's a combination of either do you listen to the audience first or do you create the moment yourself? It depends on the instance. That Triple Dipper moment, we listened to the audience first. In those moments, an idea can go to the world in honestly 2 to 3 days, depending on how fast you can move. At Chili's, we're able to move that fast because we have those systems in place on who do I go to for approvals. I am best friends with our lawyer, or I have made her my best friend because I need her to review things quickly. And then just making sure that your creative teams really understand your tone, your voice, and how fast you need to move. The fried mozz has been on the Chili's menu for 6 to 7 years, I believe, but we never photographed it and we never showcased it in that experiential cheese pull way. We always showed it in its true form, and I think that's the biggest difference of what has made it such a successful item, is like the experience and the fact that like people really want to capture that for their TikTok channel.
Then there's the kitchen innovation. The smash burgers have been upgraded with bigger brioche buns, and Chili's swaps out the oil more frequently. To get food out faster, the culinary team has enlarged the holes in their salt shakers, cutting the number of shakes from 30 to 10. And that's just to name a few of the 100 small fixes Chili's has made.
Hockman also dedicated himself to a listening tour shortly after becoming CEO and asked servers and managers, if you were the CEO of Chili's, what's the first thing you'd change? To his surprise, he found out that one lucky prep cook would spend the first hour of their shift counting shrimp. To ensure that no extra crustaceans made it onto a plate, the cook would apportion exactly 6 shrimp into little baggies, prepping bag after bag for the upcoming meal service. A staff member brought up that they could simply save time by just counting out the shrimp before firing up the dish. Hockman shared that everybody laughs about that story, but 1 hour of that portioning every day times 1,100 restaurants is 46 years annually of counting that could just go away. George Felix, Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer, acknowledges that the Chili's menu still has its weak points, such as salads. And then there is the restaurant redesign. Instead of the cold, industrial interiors that have dominated Chili's and other casual dining spots in recent years, the redesigned restaurants will be filled with an exuberant mix of color and texture, including that toile wallpaper, which was designed in France. If you take a closer look at the wallpaper, you'll see a chili pepper riding a swing, or another chili pepper wooing his date with a fork in hand. There are Technicolor tiles on the tables and bar, neon light chili peppers, and a framed illustration of a cheese pull. The retro redesign will roll out across the company's more than 1,000 North American restaurants over the next decade, beginning this fall.
The real takeaway isn't margaritas or mozzarella sticks. It's about business innovation. Consider this. Chili's didn't win by being trendy. It won by listening to customers, its staff, and simplifying what worked. They made value exciting again.